Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today we have Zoro versus Kaido. I know purple Kaido isn't exactly the strongest at the moment, but looks like Phil is trying to play him before he gets buffed with the starter deck, or the starter decks coming out soon. So let's see if he's able to withstand the aggression of Zoro, just because I think right now a lot of players are switching to Zoro since he can rush down a lot of decks really quickly. So starting off Lamb's first turn here, he's able to find himself a chopper off of the Nami search, and here goes another Nami. I do see a lot of animal cards, but looks like only one chopper was in that search. So 2 choppers for his first turn here, and Phil tapping 3 Dawn, finding his stage, which is really good on curve, just because you're just able to ramp so quickly, and also getting a searcher out of life must feel really good. So here Phil gets a free search. Both already down a life. I think Lamb just wanted to draw since he is the aggressor, so he's not too worried about getting rushed down on Phil's side here. So Lamb already getting a pretty wide board, but Phil also getting a lot of ramp in. I think he has 6 Dawn to work with here. Would be really good if he can clear out some of these bodies, but I know purple often only runs a couple of removal spells. So he swings 4 into the chopper. I think Lamb doesn't feel too pressured to protect that, so lets him go, and then uses the rest of his Dawn to play out the 5-drop Queen, minusing 1 Dawn, drawing 2, and trash 1. So now back to Lamb's turn. Looks like Lamb has a lot of gas to work with. I see that he has a Kitten Killer, so his finishers do look really strong right now. So here the Hiking Bear is swinging in for 6, just because Zoro leader ability buffs all of his characters by 1000. And then Chopper swinging in for another 6, finding a chopper out of his deck and playing him out there. So Phil actually takes this one, which is really dangerous on his end. Probably doesn't have too much counter to work with, but luckily was able to counter out of the other 6k swing. So passing back to Phil's turn. Things are looking really rough. He needs to find a way to stabilize here, just because Zoro, you really need to find a way to stabilize his board by around 8 to 10 Dawn, just because from there he loses a lot of gas, whereas a lot of decks have a lot of gas to work with. But obviously if his board is too wide, it's really tough to compete with that. So here Lamb actually starts defending his choppers, and I think that's a really good choice on his part, just because having the blocker chopper up is always really annoying. You're able to defend your searcher chopper, but Phil playing down that king gives him some bodies to work with, so he can start fighting for board here. So Lamb just assigning his Dawn, swinging in 7 at the Queen, that's 7, attacking 6, and then reducing the King by 3000. Yeah, so that's definitely why he wanted to protect that chopper, just because the power reduction is so important to deal with the larger bodies. So he actually lets that go. I'm not sure if that was the right play, just because Queen being a 6k body, you definitely do want to counter those out, especially if he swings multiple 6s into it. You're essentially saving your leader some life there. But Hiking Bear swinging in 5 at lead eats a 1k block. And then, yeah, 6 going into 4. I believe King is a 7k base. Or 7. I apologize. From the chopper here. And then playing out the Zoro, swinging in 6 and 6. But really big turn. 10 Dawn, Kaido coming out. Being able to pop Lamb's entire board. I mean, as long as Lamb isn't able to reflood his board, I think Phil's looking like he's in a really good spot here. We do know that Lamb has a Kid and Killer in hand though, so it's always really tough to try to play around that. Because with the Zoro ability, you're buffing your Kid and Killer up by 1000, and obviously his effect buffs him by 2000, so looks like we're gonna have a 9k swing and a 10k swing coming in from the Kid and Killer. Phil actually takes both of those, getting an event out of life, allowing him to draw 1 and ramp 1. But I'm just not sure if this ramp is enough here. So for sure, I would say he needs to try to find as much counter as he can. I do see a Queen in his hand. I just wonder if that's enough, because I do know that Zoros do play stuff like Diablo Jamble and the unblockable Luffy. It's really hard to try to get lethal when they can just attack right through your blockers. So 5k going into Kid and Killer, eats a 1k counter, and then Kaido swinging in 12 at 5. There's no way for him to counter out of that one. So Queen donning down 1, and then Phil able to draw 2. Actually dropping down the Black Maria here. I'm not sure if it would have been better to try to save her as counter. Just because this is a really tough spot for Phil, but maybe he has enough counter in his hand to withstand a Diablo. And then Lamb is swinging in 6 ad leader, probably trying to bait out some counter. And he's able to get a 3k event, but he does have the unblockable Luffy swinging in for 10 or 11 with the Zoro ability. But Phil was just absolutely bricked up, so it didn't even matter. Just not enough counter in hand to deal with that. So yeah, Zoro still being a menace. I know Kaido's not too strong right now, so really hard for him to try to compete with such an aggressive deck. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave a like and subscribe to support the channel, and I'll see you guys next time.